Thank you for taking a couple minutes of your day to join us. My name is Hope Plack, and I'm here with Dr. Joseph Sievely at the Center for Natural Health Care in Red Wing, Minnesota. And today we're talking about mental health disorders, particularly depression, anxiety, and brain fog. So to jump right in, Dr. Joe, can you just tell us a little bit about these three different conditions?
Sure. Hope, first of all, depression and anxiety affect a very large percent of our population. It's actually estimated that 16.9 million people suffer from depressive disorder in 2016 that interfered with their daily life, 16.9 million Americans. And with anxiety disorders, more than 40 million people are affected by some type of anxiety type disorder. Brain fog goes with both of those disorders, where people are not clear, not sharp, mental processing is poor, they're sad, their brain is not working properly.
So Dr. Joe, what are some of the common causes of these different disorders?
In my opinion, again, clinical practice, 7 years, malnourished brain, Hope, is both a depressed brain and an anxious brain. So malnourishment, basically because of our poor diet and the sad diet of the American population, the standard American diet, is a major contributing factor to these mental health concerns.
So Dr. Joe, how do you evaluate someone who maybe comes in and is feeling like they might be suffering from depression, or they know they have anxiety? What do you do for them?
So there's a variety of different types of depressive disorders, and there's a variety of different types of anxiety disorders contributing to brain fog and brain malfunction. What we do, Hope, is we sit them down, we do a comprehensive health history and family history. We then do a very thorough physical examination on the patient to find out where is their body really at in regards to their health. And then the next thing we do is we do laboratory testing. And many of these people, Hope, are suffering from severe nutrient deficiencies, where they're low in specific B vitamins and essential fatty acids and all these nutrients that help build healthy brain function and cognition and mood. Their neurotransmitters are typically dramatically imbalanced, which include serotonin, dopamine, GABA, and acetylcholines. We do specific health questionnaires and then treat those imbalances so that a person's whole body and brain can start firing and working properly, where they can live a happy, balanced, functional life, not living in a state of sadness and chronic depression and low mood and low energy, or feeling anxious and stressed constantly and worried because of these imbalances.
Dr. Joe, could you comment on this really quickly? I'm sure some of our listeners have maybe heard of the gut-brain connection.
Yes.
Can you comment on that? Is that a real thing? How does that work?
So what we understand, Hope, that's a great question, by the way. What we understand is the gut is the second brain. That's what medicine has found. There is so much neurological tissue influencing the signaling to the brain and back and forth, that what affects the brain affects the gut, and what affects the gut affects the brain. And there was actually in Food Nutrition Research, a research article in 2018, where they found that Bacillus coagulans, a soil-based probiotic, in a study of 40 majorly depressed patients over 90 days, dramatically improved, believe this, a probiotic, a bacteria that we need in our gut, dramatically improved the mood of these majorly depressed patients compared to a placebo.
Wow.
That's a bacteria. So our gut health dramatically impacts our brain health. So we assess for all of those types of things, and it's amazing how people within a very relatively short period of time, 4, 6, 8 weeks, can begin seeing dramatic change in their mental health.
And Dr. Joe, can you just now share with us a little bit about, what is the standard medical treatment for people who show up to their doctor's office with depression, anxiety, brain fog? What does that look like for them?
So most of the time what happens, Hope, is they'll go to their primary physician, they'll be referred, and they may be referred for counseling, which is great. There's nothing wrong with counseling. Sometimes that's very helpful. I've experienced major depression in my life, so I know what that's about, and it was helpful. and then many will be put on antidepressants. Many times they're never given the option of counseling, they're just put on antidepressants. So there's some benefit to those treatments, but again, if a person has an underlying food sensitivity, nutritional deficiency, and that's causing their brain not to work properly until those underlying triggers are addressed, there's no way they're going to be able to get off the medication and live a normal, healthy life. So you have to restore balance to get good brain function. Sometimes you have to restore good gut function to get good brain balance. And that has to be assessed in the context of working someone up, in my opinion.
So I guess we kind of already got into this a little bit, but Dr. Joe, can you share with us what could someone expect for treatment then if they were to come in to see you for natural treatment of depression, anxiety, brain fog, etc.?
Sure, so that's a great question, Hope. So again, we'd sit down, typically take a couple hours, doing a proper assessment, history, comprehensive family history. Is there any family history of depression or anxiety disorders, etc.? They would have already answered the health questionnaires. Then do a physical examination on the patient, assessing their whole body health, neurologically, orthopedically, chiropractically, from an acupuncture standpoint. And then we would do laboratory testing if appropriate and find where these imbalances and weaknesses are in their nutrition, in their diet, and then begin putting a plan together that addresses all of these areas of imbalance to bring the body and the brain and the gut back into balance and to health and to just hopefully amazing functioning.
So Dr. Joe, it sounds like, rather than, again, just doing one thing to maybe address a symptom, like they might get going into a medical doctor, what you're doing is you're taking a look at their whole body, the systems, and then you're looking, okay, what could maybe be triggering this, and then addressing it from there. And it sounds like you've seen some amazing results in
We've had amazing results. Just getting the body healthy again gets the brain healthy. Getting the gut healthy gets the brain healthy. Finding these imbalances, major changes for many people, and it's exciting. It's fun to watch.
Awesome. Well, Dr. Joe, thank you so much for sharing such valuable information with us today. We hope you found this helpful. If you have additional questions, we'd love to try to answer those for you. You can reach us by phone at 651-388-1211, or you can find us online at www.centerfornaturalhealthcareredwing.com. Again, thank you so much for taking a couple minutes of your day, and we hope you have just a wonderful day.